Successful local content requires at least one passionate individual who can get the telco and the community involved in the creation and production process. Watch on to view a summary of the talk I gave on local content at OPASCO's Peer Perspectives panel. Local content will not be a profit center in and of itself. Fundamentally, local content is marketing at its best, as it integrates the telco even tighter with its community and staff. What are customers looking for in local content? Really, it's the same as any modern-day customer, which makes for a bit of confusion. See, there seems to be a bit of a dichotomy, as on one hand, consumers are going for ever larger and ever higher resolution televisions, while at the same time, they are willing to watch video on devices that fit in their pocket, or watch fuzzy YouTube videos on PCs, or in this case, through their Wiis on TVs. And the large screens are not just for super duper resolution videos, but they're being split into multiplayer games and are enabling long-promised interactive applications. No, this generation, which is increasingly becoming all of us, is the SIP generation. That is, viewers are often increasingly consuming content using it to socialize, interact, and personalize to their liking. And personal content is the ultimate in local content. Consumers are looking for a good quality of experience. My definition of quality of experience is a little more expansive than the traditional technical meaning. In this definition, the story, its context, its authenticity almost always trump production values and signal quality. This is why people are willing to watch a grainy but entertaining YouTube video. Obviously, a telco should still aspire to have good production values and signal quality, but they aren't necessarily as important as you would think in achieving local content success. So what are the elements of local content success? You need someone who is passionate about local content, and ideally a champion at the executive level. Local content has to be integrated into the company and its people. And most small telcos can't do it by themselves. In the long term, they need to get the community involved. To sustain a local content program, whether it is a one-person or a 10-person effort, the telco must leverage their company, their community, other telcos, as well as outside third-party content providers. The first step is to find people on your staff and within the community who are passionate about something and want to share that passion with others. Things like surveys, focus groups, local content seminars are great ways to discover this talent hidden in your midst. Investing in entities like schools, churches, civic groups are important ways to gain leverage. And these investments may not always be monetary, but they could be assistance, equipment loans, training, service trade-outs, etc. Here's an example of a concept that Veodia is developing that could be a no-cost content creation effort involving local youth sports teams. Low-cost production tools such as this flip video camcorder offer the potential for low-cost capture and fast editing. There are models for film festivals in larger cities. Veodia has a concept to take these festivals, regionalize them, such that independent telcos and their customers could participate. Many telcos have found that filming council meetings improves local government. Coverage of local election issues goes a long way towards a better informed electorate and a better community. Veodia's vision is of a marketplace of independent telco-produced local content. One of the baby steps we have taken in this direction is to have a content potluck. This is where telcos at Veodia's local content workshops share content that could be used as pilot episodes to gauge customer interest. There's lots of pre-produced content out there. In fact, a great deal of it is classic content with relatively big names from yesteryear. There are lots of trade shows where this sort of content can be found. In fact, if any telco wants to join me in Las Vegas in a few weeks, I'll be at the National Association of Programming Television Executives. Still, with so many channel choices, even classic content may not have much value. So the key is finding the right content that can be localized. As an example, taking something like the Quigley's Village, which has sold millions of copies, but having a local pastor or maybe a series of local pastors do an introduction and maybe some follow-on tips could really add the local touch that gives this content value. So successful local content is really about creating content your community wants. For it to be sustainable, widespread company and community involvement will be required. And local content becomes weaved throughout the telco's marketing efforts such that it affects all aspects of a telco's business, whether it be retail, print, website, or video.